Welcome back, everybody, to the JR Wisdom channel. I want to thank y'all for tuning back in, new and old subscribers, and those of you who are tuning in for the first time, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you find something you like. Well, I'm going to just jump right into it and talk about one of my favorite topics, which are pastors. So, this is I don't want to say it's unique because a lot of the topics that I've done in the past is based upon this exact same thing I'm going to discuss, which is, the scammers and things of that nature. I was going to do a video to follow up on the Eddie Long situation as far as the comments that I got from that video in particular, and a lot of the comments I think are going to apply to this video as well. So this is about a St. Louis pastor who last week he took a plea deal. He pled guilty, to scamming folks. He was defrauding. It was basically mail fraud and scamming his parishioners out of over $1 million. Now, as you know, I've been very critical of pastors in the Christian churches, more particularly in the black community, and I've gotten a lot of comments about people being highly upset. How dare I talk about God's ordained people? And this Mr. Mark Stafford here is no different. He's one of God's holy ordained. Yet still here he is, using his power, position, clout to bring people into his outside business, where he's supposed to have a financial group, so to speak. So, in the community with these pastors, and I hate to use the word gullible, but I gotta say it, especially for those who are more middle-aged people, are more gullible, especially when a pastor has so much power in the black community and he's looked at as very trustworthy. So he was able to funnel his parishioners into his side business, So this pastor, like I said, he's a St. Louis pastor. This started by people were getting scammed, so they reported him to the Better Business Bureau. So he's a pastor at New Birth Powerplex Ministries in St. Louis. And like I said, he pled guilty to mail fraud and he filed a false tax return. I think he was off by like $100,000. And he only filed within the past few years. I think 2012 and 2014 was the only ones he filed. So he's scheduled to be sentenced June 13th. And what was funny is, I guess, at his hearing or whatever, whenever he pled guilty, his attorney basically said that Mr. Stafford, Mark Stafford, the pastor, he was overwhelmed and he acknowledged it. He's very remorseful and will do what he can to make restitution, which obviously that's a part of these, these federal charges that he's facing. He's going to have to pay restitution to a certain amount. But I'm pretty sure he's already spent this money. You know what I'm saying? $1 million, and I think well over that in assets he's procured. One of his parishioners gave him 15 grand. She gave him all this money in hopes that he would turn around and flip it on her behalf. And another one gave him $90,000. Some people gave away their life savings to this guy. Preaching this prosperity stuff, this prosperity pimping. Not only that, he's taking you to his outside business. And I'll get into it, but where have we seen this before? You guys have probably heard stories about this, about, a lot of these pastors, they'll get people within their flock and they'll get them to invest in a certain thing, and the money just disappears along with the pastor, disappears. And this is the same case with this guy, with his Stafford Financial Group. So he was taking the money, and he's supposed to be investing open up investment accounts on their behalf, but he was taking the money and pocketing it himself. And what's funny, if you go on the Facebook page for this new Birth Powerplex Ministries or Mark Stafford, he has a Bible verse on there from Acts, which urges people to give their money up generously, and the blessing is yours. The blessing is in your giving. So by giving the money to him, and in this case, instead of the church, it's the church, but giving it to him, because I'm pretty sure he's pocketing. If he's taking their money straight out from his side business, you can only imagine what he's doing, depending on how big, which the church didn't look that big. But you can only imagine what he's doing with the money from the church. These people, this is a man of the cloth. And like I was critical of these other pastors, and I was going to do a video, how dare I question, or even now, there'll probably be some people, some of you Christians out there say, how dare I question what he does with his money? Or how dare I question what he was doing in the side business with his money? Or the church money? That's none of my business. This guy was taking these people out to buffets, giving them a free meal, then saying, hey, probably ran down some scheme. Yo, I'm doing this, this, and this. I got such and such. I all I need is a $10 donation or investment, and I can get you at 100,000. I've seen a lot of this on these Dateline shows where pastors do this stuff like that. And this man, as some of his flock would probably call him, that he's been called on and anointed by God. But this is what he's doing to God's people in the meantime. So how dare me, I'm anxious to hit these comments too. How dare I question this man of the cloth? And maybe they'll say that he was set up or some crazy stuff. But they always defend the pastor somehow. Or they'll probably say, just like they said with the other guy, well, Pastor Stafford, he helped out a lot of people in the community. He was donating a lot of money. Donating whose money? Or helping who, stuff like that. But there's been other stories. There's a guy called Terry Millender driving around a $100,000 car. I think him and he got sentenced this past October for doing something similar. I think he scammed some people in his flock out of $1 million just that fast. So we would think that it's in my opinion, it's a conflict of interest. You can have a business, not to say you can't have your own business as a pastor, but when you getting into financial stuff and investments, and you're the pastor, so to speak, and you're bringing these two together, and some people may feel pressured to get into business with you or just feel that they can trust you that much. I think with stuff like that, you're crossing the line. Now, if you're painting, or if you're a plumber as a pastor, or an electrician, things where you're offering a service as opposed to taking money, where there'll be a direct conflict for something like that, then I don't think that pastors should be involved in that. Everybody can have a day job, but when it comes to financing and investments and things of that nature, and where there's issues arising where the money doesn't come back fast enough, or where does the money go, and these people never receive documentation. Why did it take to get to 31 of these people, for, and even $1 million just before somebody finally figured it out, but that's one thing people should keep in mind. I know he's your pastor, but this whole money game, and I can do this for you, or you pay me X amount of dollars, I can pray this away, or the money, just the money in itself, this whole, you can be rich like me, or I want to be this. I mean, y'all can argue that all day, but this stuff like this is happening all the time. $1 million, I mean, come on. I'm just saying, just wake up. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you look at, I got the picture on here. Mr. Stafford, he has on a pinstripe suit. He has a perm with the finger waves on the side. Nice gold watch, you know. And him and his beautiful first lady of the church. It's good stuff, good times. But be on the lookout for that, folks. Keep your eye out. You know, whether it's your business or whether you feel like it is or isn't your business, what happens with the money or what the pastor does with his money or what the church does with their money, that's on y'all. You know, but no man is infallible, and you never mix personal finances or business with a pastor, as people were saying in other comments. Oh, he was an incredible businessman. You know, he had money to do this. Whatever, man. Vanity is that disease, especially in the church. Vanity is a disease of the heart. So that's all I got to say about that. I've been talking too long. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. You know, like the video. It's free. Y'all donated to this guy. Make sure y'all donate to me. I'm only asking, hey, just throw me a couple quarters, throw me a couple coins. Y'all gave this dude $1 million, man. Why not? So email me if you got any topics you'd like me to discuss. Yeah, that's all I got. Hey, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. Y'all remember that? I don't know if that money, if that can be found again, but we'll see what restitution does. So I'll catch you guys on the next video, and y'all be easy and all that good stuff. Peace.